In this video, I want to show you how to size your sublimation prints and how to get the exact size that you want. I'm going to be using a Mac operating system, but you can also do this with Windows. I'll show how I was able to do this with both operating systems. Now, this is only one way of doing it. There are other ways of sizing your sublimation prints, and there are other videos that you could check out. This is just a really simplified, quick way to do it on the fly when you're about to print your sublimation design out and you want to size it really quickly from your print view. So this is your sublimation paper. I'm going to be printing on a 3T size t-shirt. And so you can see there that there's kind of an exact fit for the area that I'm going to be printing on. And here I'm just doing some preliminary measuring. I'm just visualizing a little bit where the design is actually going to be printed on this t-shirt. And really there's not a big difference here of where it's going to end up printing. It's a small space, but still wanted to kind of get a feel for the sizing and a little bit of where the design might actually end up. Of course, we need our design on our computer. This is using a Mac operating system. Like I said, of course, you can do this with Windows, and I will be showing that a little later here in this video. Now, this is a combination design. Actually, later on in this video, I'm going to be printing on a onesie. So this is a big sister, little sister. So the sizing needs to be a little differentiated between those two designs. This one, I want it to be a little bigger, but not too big. So here I am in the print view. Right before you print, you have this option. Now you want to go to scale, and this is how you're going to size it. And I need to give further instructions as well, because it's not just about this part of it, about sizing it from the print view. You can actually print out on regular paper, and you can actually test out the sizes and really see it for yourself and match it up with the t-shirt or whatever you're printing on, and really make sure that that's the exact size that you want. Now, in this case, I'm going between 200% all the way down to 75%, kind of just looking at what the difference is. You can also go to 125 is a pretty standard one. Now, there is a standard size that if you click on scale to fit, then it is going to give you a very specific size. And that is a pretty in-between size and standard size that you could just go with that one and you could save yourself the time and effort. But this is really if you wanted to do it much larger, or you wanted to get something in between. You were kind of specific about the sizing and you wanted to change that a little bit, then you can get in here into the scale and you could adjust until you found the exact size. Now, as you see here, scale to fit will give you 157%. Fill entire page will boost you up to 205%. Fortunately, with the Mac operating system, you have a lot of customization ability with that scaling feature. With Windows, you're going to see it's a little bit different. You don't have that exact ability. So you might want to use a different method like sizing in a Word document before you even get to the print view. But this is if you wanted to do it quickly, quick sizing. This is the best method for you to be able to get in here, change, and customize the exact size. And the next part of this is going to be printing these out, the different sizes, 125%, 157%, 200%. You could print those out on regular paper using sublimation ink still, and you'll be able to see the exact differences between those three sizes. Now, if you wanted to compare two different sizes, that's also an option as well. Now here we have the same design on our Windows PC, and this is another method where you can right click and then click print. Select the printer that you're wanting to print from. I'm printing from an Epson EcoTank 2400, and you can decide portrait or landscaped, however you're wanting to print it out. You're going to select the size of the paper. It's usually going to be 8.5 by 11. And we're going to come down to paper photo size rather. And really you should have selected the paper type as photo paper because it just prints out with better quality when you do that. Next, you can adjust the photo size, and that's really going to be the design size. So you can go a full page, 8 by 10, 5 by 7, 4 by 6, and then really tiny down to the smallest size. This is not the best method for this with Windows, so really it's going to be the best if you're using Mac. Now, if you're using Windows, like I said, you may want to use an alternative method, but this could be a quick method if you didn't have the time to go in and resize using an alternative method. And there are other YouTube videos that you can check out as far as sizing and going into a Word document, adjusting the size, and then just printing from there and having the custom size that you want. All right, so at this point, we want to print out the different sizes. So if you had 3 different sizes selected, this is going back to our Mac operating system. I had selected 125, 157, and then there's another size I ended up printing as well. 165% as well. And that's just going to give me a good range to choose from and take some pictures, send it to whoever is wanting this design, and that way they can choose and have a little bit more of an option. Now, this is an extra step and this is additional work that you have to do when you're sublimating, but it could be worth it if you really wanted to get some different sizing and you weren't sure of the sizing that you wanted to print on your t-shirt. So this is 125%. This is the smallest size. We go up to 157%. which is really that standard size that would print by default. And then we have one size up from that, which is 165%. You can see there is a pretty substantial difference between the three designs. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay out my t-shirt, and I'll be able to really visualize the design sizes on this t-shirt now because I have them printed off. All right, so now I move on to one step below, one size lower, and that's 125%. This is obviously smaller. It's going to take up a lot less space, and you can see here that this design is a little bit more appropriate for the size of this t-shirt. If you had a bigger t-shirt, you really probably would go with that standard 157, but you might go bigger than that. So this is what we're taking into account, is the size of the t-shirt versus the size of the paper, the sublimation paper that you're going to be printing on, and the design. Out of the three sizes, I ended up going with 125%. This seemed like a no-brainer because it just was the right size for the shirt. Now, of course, an important part of sublimation printing is you need to mirror the image before you actually print. So this is the 125% printed on sublimation compatible 3T t-shirt. Now, all of the products that I end up using in this video, from this t-shirt to the sublimation ink that I use to the printer and the heat press, that's all going to be linked down in the description below. But this design came out really good. I really like the sizing, and the visualization between the different sizes really helped me, and I hope that it will help you. Now I'm going to be moving on to the next design, and the next design I need to do a little bit smaller. So you're going to see my thought process when it comes to printing on that smaller size as well. So we're going to hop back into our computer. We're going to do the little sister design and command print. Once we click on the image, then we're going to go straight to our scale, and really you want to make sure everything else is correct, because before you print especially, you want to make sure that everything is exactly how you want it. Now this is at 100%. You can see the sizing there. We're going to move from 100% to the next size up, which is 125%, and I'm only going to be doing the two sizes, 100% and 125%. So here we have our 12 to 18 month size onesie where we're going to be sublimating that little sister design onto. Now with these two sizes, it doesn't really seem like there's a big difference, but there is a difference, and you could print out three different sizes like I did with the other shirt as well. But in this case, I kind of felt a little bit more comfortable with the two sizes and really didn't want to make it too complicated. So 125% here, we see it's a little bit big for this onesie. I think that we need to go a little bit smaller, so I end up going with 100%. And when we see this, it looks like it just fits a lot better. It's supposed to be scaled a little lower than the big sister design as well. So you want to take all these factors into consideration, and I really hope you're able to see that here in this video, that I'm just scaling in an appropriate way, so that way everything turns out the best way possible. If you did a really big design on the little sister, it might not really go or really make sense with the overall bundle design, which is the two different designs together. If you wanted a more in-depth video on how I actually sublimated onto these two different onesie and the t-shirt, then you can check out my channel. You can click on my channel page and go to my sublimation playlist. I will have some different tutorials showing you how I actually was able to successfully sublimate onto both of these pieces of kids apparel. So we're going through the sublimation process, and at the end of this, we get a crisp design little sister. It's sized accurately to what the actual size of the apparel is. And you see there, it's a little small. Now, both of these designs, I do understand I could have gone a little bit higher up to the collar, but for this project, this ended up being okay. They ended up turning out just fine, and you can see the different sizing there. On the left, your big sister's a little bigger and your little sister's a little smaller, because that just makes sense. So I really hope this video was helpful. Please make sure to check out all the product links down in the description below. Make sure to like the video. Any questions at all, comment below, and if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I handpicked 2 videos that are here on the screen for you to watch next. Also consider subscribing to this channel. There's so much helpful content for you if you're a printer owner, and it's just good to have a resource like this for you in the future, whether you're dealing with a printer that's not printing well or you need more printer recommendations. So I look forward to seeing you again in another video.